Topping our news, a homicide investigation in Wilson County. The body of a man was found by a family member inside a home in this rural area of Rocky Valley Road near Lebanon late yesterday. The man's name has not been released. No word yet on how he died, but investigators say there was some sort of trauma, so they're going to treat it as a homicide. A status hearing was held this morning for the former Vanderbilt football players accused of rape. At today's hearing, attorneys finalized the schedule for the upcoming retrial of Brandon Vandenburg and Corey Batey. Both men were convicted last year of raping a woman on campus, but the judge threw out those convictions because of juror misconduct. As of right now, their new trial gets underway on April 4th. Jury selection will take place in Chattanooga on March 30th. Those jurors will then be driven up to Nashville, where they will be sequestered for the length of the trial. It's one of the most dangerous things officers are required to do, serve warrants. And now a Kentucky deputy is recovering after getting shot on the job doing just that. Kentucky State Police say it happened yesterday while Simpson County Deputy Eddie Lawson was serving a warrant for domestic violence and threats. The suspect, Ben Wyatt, pulled a gun and shot Lawson in the knee and the pelvis. Lawson fired back and hit the 28-year-old in the arm before Wyatt ran off. A family friend of Deputy Lawson works across the street and saw what happened.
I heard gunshots and I ran up front to see what was going on, and I saw Officer Lawson running through the backyard over there. Deputy Lawson, he's a really awesome person, and I couldn't imagine anybody would want to do something like that to him.
Officers found Wyatt hiding in a field a few blocks away. Flood warnings are raising alarms and prompting evacuations all across the South this morning. Days of heavy rain has rivers and streams pushing over their banks. The Army Corps of Engineers says there are real fears the water will overtop a levee in Louisiana after more than 20 inches of rain has fallen. At least 5 people have died in the aftermath of the severe storms. The National Guard is in charge of high water rescues for hundreds of people. Mandatory evacuations are now in place and shelters are set up all across the area. Final preparations are underway for Nancy Reagan's funeral today. Family and hundreds of friends are expected to attend the private event for the former First Lady at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library in Simi Valley, California. Mrs. Reagan's guest list includes Hollywood celebrities, politicians, and every living First Lady. Her final resting place will be on the library grounds next to her husband, the former president. Nancy Reagan died of congestive heart failure at her home last weekend. She was 94 years old.